Hello and welcome to 16 Ounce Cinema. This is Mario Minute number 3. I'm here with Michael.
What's up?
And this time around we have watched Caltiki the Immortal Monster from 1959.
It's not a very attractive Mexican whatever I thought it was going to be. It's actually just a goo monster.
Well, yeah, we both were under the impression that this was going to be like a evil, sexy mummy movie with this like old. Well, it turns out it was Mexican. I didn't even think it would be Mexican, like evil goddess coming back. But no, it was actually about some weird single cell organism that's millions of years old. That
and I actually have like
life.
no idea why I thought it'd be a sexy woman. I think just Caltiki sounds exotic and sexy.
It sounds like a goddess.
Because I didn't look up anything about this movie. I was just like, sexy goddess. What is
seems to feature a woman in the middle of the poster. Right?
Yeah, that's true.
And we weren't really.
She's not even a redhead. Oh, I guess it's black and white.
It was
so
black and white.
She could have been a redhead.
For some reason, I thought it was going to be in color as well. I don't know.
It's probably because of the poster that's beautiful.
I guess from the poster. Well, I think also it's because it kind of mixed in there as we're going to get into some of his sword and sandals stuff next, and I think that was in color. Anyway.
I think it's funny, too, because we talked about how much we hated the main actor guy, and the main actor is nowhere near the actual poster. It's just a beautiful woman, and then the
one of the bad
guys, kind of,
and like weird Mexican stuff.
Yeah, it is weird Mexican.
So this
stuff.
is from a popular ancient Mexican legend of Caltiki. It's a co-direction with the same director as I, Vampiri, Ricardo Freda,
which is cool.
And it's also again kind of. They both say kind of different things about who directed the most of it. Ricardo Freda basically says there was a Mario Bava thing. Mario Bava said Freda left with 2 days to go on the shoot. I think that might be more true because there doesn't seem to be as much signature Bava there.
According to the wiki, it says that Bava did all the cool death scenes and monster and shots and stuff like that. So it would make sense.
The death and the monster stuff was extraordinarily gory. It was like the movie's like the typical 50s sci-fi B movie. Basically, these archaeologists or treasure hunters or biologists.
Ricardo Freda also looks like Chevy Chase. I just want to point that out.
So they go to this ancient Mayan ruins and they accidentally uncover this blob-like creature.
Yeah.
It possesses one of the guys, and then the main professor has to work to fight against this blob, which eventually takes over his house.
It doesn't really possess him. It makes him scarred, and he's actually kind of an asshole anyway. So he's just kind of becomes more of an asshole.
And it's slightly a mashup of. We were talking about as we watched Quatermass, which was the first movies. Some of the first movies Hammer did that really introduced them as a studio. The first Quatermass is basic, and also they both share found footage, which was a surprise that this one had found footage, even a shaky cam.
Yeah.
But Quatermass is also another one of the earliest. It's from 1953, one of the earliest found footage. Basically, these astronauts go into outer space. They come back. 2 of them are gone out of 3, and one's in a coma.
Oh.
And they do the found footage. There's a camera on the thing, and they just basically see light come into the capsule.
I really thought found footage became popular for the Blair Witch. I had no idea this actually
that's
happened.
when it became popular.
I guess I meant to say I didn't know it actually happened prior.
It was in use. Yeah, it's actually surprising to see it not only in this but in Quatermass. Anyway,
Quatermass is the name of the movie, right?
Is the Quatermass Experiment?
Okay, you kept saying I don't know Quatermass. I can't even.
It's the name of the professor, the main hero professor.
Okay.
So in the first one, this guy, the astronaut.
There's 2 Quatermasses.
There's 3 and a couple TV series.
Holy shit!
But anyway, the main guy becomes basically possessed by the alien creature, much like the guy in Caltiki.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, he turns into this crazy, nasty blob made out of tripe, which is cow guts, just like Caltiki was blobs made out of tripe. But also in the second one is basically these giant kind of almost Lovecraftian blobs are taking over this huge factory complex in the nearby town.
Do they look cooler than these blobs?
They're like kaiju.
Oh,
cool.
That's what I was hoping would happen.
They're like nastier Hedoras. But they look a lot like the creatures in this, except they're like the size of buildings, and they're like.
That would have been fun.
They're both pretty good movies.
Yeah.
This kind of blends both ideas together.
Well, this movie, like, the first 20 minutes was awesome, and then the last 20 minutes was pretty awesome.
Right.
And there was a big pause in the middle.
Same problem that we had with The Day the Sky Exploded.
Well, that movie just sucked.
I guess another evidence, if Bava really did The Day the Sky Exploded, then he still hasn't really found his footing.
Yeah.
And it is so talky.
Yeah. But mostly just the middle, the beginning and then
I really like the beginning. Like, I even put in my notes that, like, when they're in the the ruins underground.
Yeah.
Like, they're in these caverns. He fills his frame again with, like, the Mexican imagery.
Yeah.
And there's lots of really good shadows. His lighting is really good because they're supposed to be lit by torchlight. And there's a lot of flickering shadowy
There
light.
is a lovely staircase scene too. I know that's a Bava thing apparently.
Yes, there's staircases down there, like long shots of tall
I meant in the very end where they're in the actual like 5-story house or something.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
this like really weird scene. Yeah, the blobs go up the stairs, and then there's the woman with the child is going up the stairs barefoot, I might add, and it's a lovely shot. So
yeah, I didn't think like. I had this idea that staircases were kind of a thing of his. Now I'm starting to confirm that no, it really he was into staircases.
There's a part in the beginning where like there's this guy named Max who's like the flamboyant Italian guy, and he goes that was his name, the one who goes under the sea.
Max is the guy who becomes Two-Face and
who's the guy who went snorkeling?
Oh, I didn't catch his name.
Oh, okay.
But he was this buff guy who was an expert man spreader when he sat down.
Yeah, this dude was all man. Anyway, he went under the sea, under the little cave, and he brought a bunch of gold, and he's like, "We're all billionaires now." And we're just
like a backpack full of gold.
Yeah, not even the first time out, he just had a bracelet. He's like, "Look what I have, a bracelet." And then I'm reading,
which he snatched off a skeleton underground, just like, give me that.
And I'm reading that this movie made 125 million Italian lire, so I guess they could be a billionaire with just some couple gold bracelets, right? Depending on how much lire are. I don't know.
We did this last time. It's not a lot.
It's not exactly, so they could have totally been billionaires in lires.
Less successful than I Vampiri, which was not really a resounding success either.
So it makes sense.
What I think what's really cool is that, like, both these guys right now, and what we're watching is Italy trying to get an international film market off the ground. Like we're seeing like their first sound horror movie with I Vampiri. Day the Sky Exploded was bad, but it was really like kind of like getting into. There's not really a sci-fi movie, even like the American B movies quite like it. And then this is another like foray into that like mass marketable sci-fi kind of stuff, which
they had a lot of nice nipples.
Oh yeah,
that should be the one to bring it out. That's lovely.
I didn't catch her name.
Ellen.
I should have had
Ellen and Linda,
the actress's name. Yeah, but they put her in some really busty and revealing clothes. Like she comes out on this expedition in Mexico in basically a see-through white polo shirt. And
wet
we were talking about Didi Perego. Let's see where else.
Yeah. See what else she was in. No, she doesn't even have a picture on IMDb, so that's nothing.
Nothing. She
was
in an episode of The Avengers in 1963. All right, well, but yeah, she's in some like rather revealing clothes for most of the movie. She had some good dresses.
So yeah, she wore a lot of different clothes, which was my favorite part of the movie. She went from like the second to last one. She was wearing like a nun outfit with high heels that looked like she was just gonna fly away, and she looked really hot in that.
And had this huge like.
I don't even know if that's called. Oh yeah, it was like a 2-foot-long lapel or something.
Yeah.
And then her last outfit was just a nightgown, which was awesome.
But she put a little cloak on over it.
Yeah. And then Linda.
Otherwise, she'd be basically naked.
Linda was the Mexican who was really just a Cherokee Indian.
Right. They called her half breed, but I didn't understand if that was like she was half like Italian, half Mexican, or half Mexican, half Mayan.
Yeah,
what were her halves?
She had to have been white because like the main character was with her, right? She wouldn't have. He was kind of racist.
So white and Mexican?
Yeah, I think so. Or like white and Mayan or something.
It was very like hard.
Oh,
to
what
tell.
Was her name? Her name was Alan, right? Where
and
is
she seemed to live
Linda.
with the main characters, but I didn't understand that relationship. And she was played by Daniela Roca.
Daniela Roca.
And when Mike scrolls down, we could tell you if she was anything else.
She was in some other shit.
Oh, she was in Esther and the King, which I think, Divorce Italian Style, I've never seen, but I've heard of. I think Esther and the King is another... Raoul Walsh and Mario Bava, so we're going to get to that.
Actually, we're going to get to that very soon, because it's literally a year later after this movie, so...
I don't think I have anything much more to say about this. The main actor who played Professor Fielding was terrible.
Oh, she's pretty hot in this next movie.
Really
terrible. Sorry, who's terrible? I was looking at
Professor Fielding, the main guy.
Oh, the main guy sucks, yeah.
That's why
he's not on the poster. Fuck that guy.
I think, like you said, the ending is really good. We also talked, because the creatures were made out of tripe, and they started burning them, just how bad it must have smelled.
Oh, that's actually on the IMDb thing. One of the trivia, or whatever, is that everyone complained about the smell once they started burning them.
That makes total sense.
Yeah. I mean, it's fucking cow vomit.
Yeah, but I was shocked at the gore. Like, you see,
when the
Raiders of the Lost Ark style, someone with their face melted off. You also see an arm with all the skin melted off.
And then when the bad guy finally died at the very end after trying to rape Ellen, he falls into this tripe, and then he has an arm moving skeleton scene.
Yes.
That was really sweet. I like that a lot.
Yeah, really good effects.
Yeah.
So, I think so far the best is still I Vampiri.
Sure, yeah.
If we're going to do an ongoing ranking. Mm-hmm. So there's leaps and bounds over The Day the Sky Exploded.
Oh, this had the first 20 minutes of this was I Vampiri was still really good.
A large chunk where one character finds something out, and then the next scene is literally him repeating the exact same lines to another character.
Yeah.
So I did this poor transfer of information where... Yes, it made sense in the world of the movie, but as a viewer, now you're just hearing people say the same stuff over and over and over again, which is really bad.
Oh, the last two movies I watched in the regular pod that had some weird names. So this one also has a guy named Black Bernard, which I thought was hilarious.
Gay Pearl.
Gay Pearl was also something. So that's just some fun casting notes for the guys.
So I wouldn't quite recommend this.
Oh, that was the Indian dancer. Oh, there was also at the beginning of the film.
Yeah,
it's just
voodoo ritual. Yeah, with the Indian dancer. Well, who was an indigenous
dancer. Yeah, and she was amazing except for her face.
Very nice legs, very nice eyes, really bad jawline and mouth and nose. So we said that if she was wearing the COVID mask, it'd be really hot.
And I think that's all we have to say.
Yeah, I would recommend this
Caltiki
again
the Immortal
if
Monster.
you're going along with Mario Bava like we are. I definitely say it's not a bad intro.
I would have watched this randomly if I had come about of it. So
I think it's just if you're craving a 50s B movie, this is kind of off the beaten path since it is an Italian one.
Yeah, it's got hot chicks and death. I mean,
and some really good, surprising gore for 1959.
Yeah.
So for that niche and that novelty, I'd say go for it. For a general recommend.
Is it niche, not niche?
I say niche.
Niche. That's a new one even. Oh my. Alright, I gotta look that up later.
Yeah, now we're gonna head over to YouTube, learn how to pronounce that, and that's it. Thanks for listening to our Mario Minute.
See ya.